Perfectionism is a mindset that I've identified with and been greatly influenced by my entire life. And I've always seen perfectionism as my secret weapon to help keep me motivated. But recently I've been asking myself, is being a perfectionist truly healthy? Today I'm going to talk about how perfectionism might be negatively affecting your life and what you can do to change it. Hey, Matt here with the Leadership Perspective, and in this channel we talk a lot about leadership and personal development tips and strategies. So if you're new, consider subscribing. In today's society, perfectionism is often seen as a very positive trait, and for good reason. Most successful people have a lot of characteristics of being a perfectionist. Like for instance, having a ton of motivation and very high standards and the discipline to back up those standards. These are all really great things. But on the unhealthy side, sometimes we can develop a toxic inner dialogue as a perfectionist that really affects not only your happiness and fulfillment in life, but also can affect your outcomes that you're looking for. That toxic inner dialogue a lot of times is developed because we're such harsh critics on ourselves. And that's because as perfectionists, we hold ourselves to really high standards. And when we don't meet those standards, we tend to judge ourselves and beat ourselves up. And what's worse is when we start to let others' opinions of us start to affect us as well. We may never feel good enough, and it can lead towards performance anxiety, and we may not even attempt to do something that we really might enjoy simply because we don't want to fail. Some studies have even shown that there's a link between perfectionism and mental disorders such as depression and anxiety. So if we let it get out of control, it can really affect the quality of our life. So how did we become perfectionists in the first place? Well, most of us developed our perfectionist tendencies because of our perceptions or meanings we made from specific life events. For instance, you might have had parents who had really high standards in terms of grades. And when you came home with your grades and you didn't meet those standards, they may have been disappointed or they got really upset. And that made you feel a certain way. And so the next time you did extra work simply so that you could get the attention and love that you're looking for. Social media can also have a great impact on our perfectionist tendencies. For example, fitness models are all over Instagram, and they've worked really hard to get the body that they've deserved, and they've gotten the results. And when they post their pictures, they spend a ton of time getting the perfect photo. They may even take 10, 20, or 50 photos simply for the one photo that they post. It looks great, it's perfect, and other people have perfect pictures and the perfect life, and may make us start to feel that we have to be perfect in order to have success or happiness in our life. My personal struggles with perfectionism really are highlighted by shooting these videos that I'm presenting to you right now. You know, for myself, I always want to get it done and get it right the first time. But one of the hardest things is to go through multiple takes over and over again, getting something wrong each time, so I have to take another take, and I go again, and I go again. And when I start to edit the videos, there was one particular instance on my fourth video where I got so upset at myself because the end result of what I was looking to do just wasn't what I envisioned when I shot the video. And so it's a struggle that everybody goes through, and it's important to talk about that because it can really affect the enjoyment you get out of it and the product in the end. If you're looking to change your inner dialogue, I suggest by starting to become mindful of your thoughts. A thought journal can be a great idea to start writing down some of the negative thoughts that run through your brain. The second thing you're going to want to do is to have some positive affirmations that you can tell yourself to replace those negative thoughts. It won't necessarily work right away, but if you practice, they become concrete and can make you feel a lot more positive about the results that you're getting. The third step is to get moving. Something that Tony Robbins talks a lot about is how motion creates emotion. So if you move confidently, it can start to make you feel a little bit better. It can change your state of mind. A great example of that is if you're feeling really negative and then you decide to go for a run for 20 minutes. At the end of that, you start to feel a lot better and you don't have the same negative dialogue that you had before. And the fourth thing that you want to do is to be grateful for the improvement that you've made. When you look at all the small steps that you've accomplished along the way, it can give you some evidence to back up that positive talk that you're using to switch out for the negative. The last step is to be grateful for the little improvements that you've made. Taking a look at all the small steps along the way can really help give you some concrete evidence that you've improved, and it can help bolster how that positive affirmations work for you. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and check out my channel for more content just like this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.